God is gonna take me as far as he want me to. Right.
You're a fool.
What do you think your weight come from? Thin air? If she doesn't come visit you for...
Hello, what's the crack? What's the story? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the most ignorant people of my 600-pound life. Let's go.
Every time I had a problem, it's £1, £2, £5, and I just kept going.
Penny must have somebody sneaking their food. She figured out how to manipulate the system.
I have made myself a prisoner in a room inside of my home.
I could be upset and I eat my food.
Mate, for me, if I'm struggling like that to get out of bed, that's it, I'm done. I know I have to get my ass to the gym. Like, do you know how much you have to eat to be struggling to even move out of bed? Like, if something happens, if the house was on fire or something, what's she gonna do? If she's getting robbed, what's she gonna do? She's gonna stay there and just watch them. Just watch getting robbed, watch fire. People need to realize it's not me roasting you or something like that, but you have to make changes for your life, for your family. When you're gone, people are gonna miss you, whether they like it or not. It's just selfish. Let's go.
And it'll soothe my pain. Help. I gotta pee.
Number 6, Penny Sager. Penny Sager appeared on My 600-Pound Life in the earlier part of Season 2, rendering her one of the reality show's OGs.
When you become as heavy as I have,
It's hard.
sometimes it feels like I'm dead. This is my bed. This is my bathroom. This is my...
What do you mean this is your bathroom? She's like 40. How lazy. How ignorant. This called the most ignorant people. This is my bathroom. Oh my God. Like, if I lay in bed for more than 2-3 hours doing nothing in bed, I get up like, oh, I gotta get up. You're dead. That's your bathroom. You become a baby. You're an infant again. Nah, that's not fair. And people taking care of you. That's not fair.
my dinner table. I might as well be a prisoner in jail. Addiction has become my life. Every time I had a problem, it's £1, £2, £5, and I just kept going.
We say besides goodbye.
I don't know.
See you later.
I feel sorry for the kids, man. She can't be in a kid's life. She can't go to, the school recital. She can't go to the games, the basketball games, the football games. She can't do all that. That's selfish. You'd rather have food than see your kids growing up, be involved in their lives. That's selfish.
And to come out and load her into that. After we get her out of her bed, I have to bring the mattress in and put in her bed.
That's not funny.
Take your time. Straight out. You gotta pivot to get feet first, so however. All right, guys.
I'm clenching my butt cheeks because that's the only thing holding that mat in place. This is a journey of a family, of a child who wants his mother.
Why are you praying? Just go walk out. You can't put this on God. God is helping you. You gotta help yourself. Like, if I have to be loaded to a van, well, I'm not afraid. Bro, they have to call the ambulance to come load her to take it. The ambulance could be helping some other person in trouble. That's, again, selfish. Selfish. Spell selfish. S-E-L-F-I-S-H. Selfish. Yeah. Selfish.
You are the one who will lay out this journey safely for all of us.
But unlike her fellow co-stars that season, such as Zalyn Whitworth, Christina Phillips, and Paula Jones, Sager didn't comply with Dr. Now's diet and exercise plan. Although she did drop 40 pounds while hospitalized at the beginning of her episode, which qualified her for weight loss surgery. That was the only weight loss documented for Sager. In fact, by the end of her episode, she managed to gain weight after surgery, which is pretty mind-blowing.
I'm starting to be very uncomfortable without the oxygen.
Okay. Seems like she played a role of being a victim and encouraging family to be enabler. So you're missing your roles?
I'm absolutely missing a role.
Gonna see how the thing will go with the first operation.
She'll be okay.
She'll be okay, bud. You gotta think positive. That's why we pray.
The operation we're gonna do today is
Again, people that's just ignorance. Yeah, pray. God will help you, yeah. But you gotta do stuff yourself. I can't, like, if I want to become a pilot, I can't pray to go out and be a pilot and just not do the lessons, not walk out, it's not possible. You gotta get hours of flying lessons. I can't just say, oh yeah, please go, I want to be a pilot, and just expect to happen. I gotta work hard myself as well. look at the kid, man. I feel sorry for the kid, man. The husband as well, man. Yo, fix up. Fix up, bro.
All sleeve gastrectomy. She's having so much challenge with weight loss.
Do you have any plan to walk?
I
No?
don't think so.
There is true miracles in the world.
I'm very concerned about Penny's behavior. She's not losing weight anymore. Penny must have somebody stinking her food. She figured out how to manipulate the system.
Things weren't much better in a follow-up episode, in which Sega claimed she was doing much better and seeing improvements in her health. Of course, Dr. Now didn't agree with that assessment, and matter-of-factly explained that Sega is addicted to food and is delusional about any imagined progress. As for where Sega is now, that's anyone's guess. Reports suggest she keeps a low social media profile and that any photos they procure do not show much difference. We hope she finds a way to get healthy in the future. Number 5, Sheenie Murray. When viewers first met Sheenie Murray on My 600 Pound Life, she was deeply sad about suffering through 2 miscarriages, which is totally understandable.
I'm hungry. I need food immediately. God is gonna take me as far as He want me to. Right.
You're a fool. You're a big, big fool. I hate this, man. I hate this. There's excuses. You gotta work for yourself, man. God will help you, but you gotta work out yourself as well. Eating, I think, is that her husband? Mate, I can't blame the husband for leaving, because she doesn't care about her life. She doesn't care about my life, so why should I stay? Because that's just selfish. If you keep going like this, we all know what's inevitable. You can't say 50 if you keep eating like, it's not possible.
Shrimp is one of my favorite foods. I have cravings about 3-4 times a week. I feel like since my body is bigger, that I have to eat more than others.
That experience can be extremely traumatic to not just the person who endures one, but her partner as well. Given that she was also physically misconducted by a cousin when she was very young, it's no wonder that she turned to food for comfort. But there was hope, as Murray went to Dr. Now to help her get both her life and her weight back under control. But alas, she was unwilling and unable to stop compulsively eating.
And at this rate, it's feasible for you to end up getting into 1,000 pounds within the next 5 years. So if she can't get around a little, are you eating your own food or go to the kitchen? You eat whatever, whenever. We are going to eat only 3 times a day, no snacking in between. And you're going to have only protein, no carb.
Despite her claims of gaining water weight, something Dr. Now pointed out was clearly not the case.
Water weight.
Murray was never approved for her weight loss surgery. She continued to eat foods that were not on Dr. Now's program, including a famously illicit pizza, and never dealt with her underlying emotional issues. Despite leaving Dr. Now's care, Murray set up a GoFundMe for her weight loss surgery. She later filmed herself doing an eating challenge from her hospital bed. Oof. Number 4, Angela Johns.
I have made myself a prisoner in a room inside of my home. The life I'm living right now is miserable. I used to leave the house maybe once a week. It's becoming harder to walk. I don't want my husband, Justin, to help me because
like everyone's mental state is different. Like for me, like my average weight every time is between 75 and 78 kg. That's my average weight. I've always been like that over the last 5-6 years. Like if I get to 80 kg, I'm like, what's going on? Like I need to fix up. Like I tend to go gym at least once or twice a week. At least once or twice. I play a lot of football, so I'm always very active. The only time I probably would gain 2-3 kg is probably during the summer when I'm not playing football and I'm going on holiday, whatever. But the moment I feel that extra 3-4 kg, like you don't have to tell me. So for this lot to be gaining 20-30 pounds here and there, like it's nothing, it just blows my mind. It just literally blows my mind. I don't understand.
because I don't want him to cross over from being my husband to my caregiver.
Season 7 of My 600 Pound Life brought long-time viewers of the show one of the most controversial stars in its history, Angela Johns. Like others on the show, Johns has a tragic backstory involving physical hurt, non-consensual misconduct, drug addiction, and even prison time. As a result of her multiple traumas, Johns turned to food for comfort, eventually weighing in at 6.
There's a fly on her body. She's not even noticing. She has a fly there and she doesn't even know. Do you know how big you have to be for an insect to be going around you? Look at that again.
As a result of her multiple traumas, Johns turned to food for comfort, eventually weighing in at 643 pounds by the time she sought Dr. Now's help.
Angie.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Hey, Angie, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You came a long way from being over 600 pounds to almost half of what you weigh now, huh?
Yeah, I've been walking. I don't use a wheelchair no more or nothing.
But not only was Johns downright combative with Dr. Now during her episode, she claimed he was punishing her and said his program was bull. She also tested positive for opiate use and heavy cigarette smoking, but lied to Dr.
I'm not gonna lie, you're smoking a lot. Taking opiate, yo, Max. If you live 10 more years, you should be lucky. If you keep living that lifestyle, because it's not feasible. It's not right. It's not healthy. It's not. Someone has to say to them, it's not right.
Now about it. On top of that, she was manipulative to her family members. After losing only 48 pounds and continuing to abuse drugs, Dr. Now gave her an ultimatum: go to rehab or end her weight loss journey with him. Still delusioned, Johns didn't go to rehab, and she claimed Dr. Now was lying about everything. Johns then set up a GoFundMe to help with her expenses, despite her non-compliance on the show. That's some guts. Number 3, James King. Some patients on My 600 Pound Life are so far gone they're almost completely immobile, unable to care for themselves, and confined to their bed because of their weight.
Oh my God.
That was the case for James King, who weighed in at 791 pounds at the beginning of his episode, as he used food to cope with his childhood trauma. But it's hard to have too much sympathy for King, as throughout the episode it's shown that he behaved selfishly. For one, he had his daughter drop out of school so she could take care of him.
Oh my God.
And his father...
That's sick. That's so selfish. That's so... Sorry. Your daughter had to drop out of school to take care of you. Do you know how selfish you have to be? Let me just stop. Because I'm probably will say something I'm going to regret. Let me just continue.
Father, despite the fact that he suffered a stroke, took out a second mortgage to finance his son's journey to Houston. But King refused to change. He was continually enabled by his girlfriend Lisa, who couldn't stop bringing him food. It was so bad that Dr. Now called Adult Protective Services on her when he found out she bought food to him in the hospital in his follow-up episode.
Okay, then where's the swelling coming from?
Well, what I think he's trying to say is I've been measuring it at home and he's not peeing out as much as he's drinking.
You think it is because you drank a lot of liquids, but in reality, you're gaining a lot of weight again, and that's the problem. And you think it's all of this fluid, there's no fat in here?
This is what I've noticed recently.
And you two are delusional. If you think that you can give me the same story again, your leg is swollen because you gained a lot of weight. So it's getting bigger and worse.
She ain't giving me no food.
I couldn't
and
tell
the only
you
thing I'm
what-
eating is what she's bringing me.
You don't think your weight has to do anything with your eating habit?
No, I don't.
What do you think your weight come from, thin air? If she doesn't come visit you for 5 days and get your weight down
It ain't
50
got nothing
pounds.
to do with her.
If she stays away for 5 days, we'll have you lose 20 to 30 pounds.
I'm not going to bring him food. The last time he was in the hospital,
All right,
sir, I
you gonna
swear to
let
God,
me
I
help
did
him?
not bring him no food.
You just want to blame it on her.
No, both of you. Is that a deal?
No. She's my wife. I've been with her 25 years.
At this point, there is nothing more we can do for James unless he and Lisa start to cooperate with the program. As long as James wants the food, that this is not a situation that they can intervene in. It's a drug, and it's killing James just like any other drug.
Even though King had multiple organs failing him, King has since passed away. Number 2,
That's it. That's what happens in the end. If you don't listen, that's what's gonna happen. I might sound like I'm bullying. I don't mean to sound like that, but that's what's gonna happen. That's what I'm trying to avoid. That's what I'm scared of happening.
Mercedes Cephas. Of all of the
Mercedes.
stars on My 600
Mercedes is quick, man. She ain't gonna be quick. Sorry.
Pound Life, Mercedes Cephas' story is among the most heartbreaking.
I've gotten so big that it's hard to do just about anything. I can't believe what I've let my life become. And every day, it gets worse. But I have 2 young kids that I have to take care of.
When she was only 11 years old, her father began physically misconducting her, which caused her to have feelings of shame, guilt, and sadness. By the time she was 15 years old, she was up to 300 pounds and using food to help her deal with the trauma of her past attacks. Obviously, this had a huge impact on her life.
Because that was the age when my father started sex. And it wasn't just me, it was my sisters too. Started with touching, and then it was more. All of it down. And I doubled in weight by the time I was 13 and was over 200 pounds by then. Because one of the people who's supposed to protect you most is the one hurting you.
But when confronted about her eating habits by Dr. Now, Cephas insisted that she wasn't overeating.
But then, do you know what's mad? Yeah. Okay, now what happened when she was a kid? Messed up. But that's the kind of thing that would motivate me to make sure my kids have a good childhood. Do you know what I mean? I would want to put them through anything. Obviously, it's not gonna be the same, but any physical, any mental abuse. Because then your kids are growing up here and they're seeing you like this, and they think that's the right way to go through. They think that this is normal. Do you know what I mean? Like if you went through a bad childhood, would you not try to make sure your kids don't go through a bad childhood as well? Would you not? Well, I think I wouldn't anyway.
She said she just wasn't eating the right foods, even at 773 pounds. And when she finally did move to Houston months later, she'd only dropped just under 50 pounds. Subsequently, she gained weight, showing she clearly was not following Dr. Now's program. And by the end of her episode, after she'd only lost around 80 pounds altogether, Dr. Now was adamant that she be admitted into the hospital, giving her 3 days to decide. Number 1, LaShanta White. Everything changed for LaShanta White when she was 13 years old, as she had gotten pregnant and was going to be a mother despite her young age.
I could be upset and I eat my food and it'll soothe my pain. Help. I gotta pee. I hate what my life has become because I'm living in constant misery now. And with all this weight on me, my whole body feel like it's constantly crushed. My weight has gotten so out of control. It's taken almost everything from me.
That's on top of the
she can't even talk, man. She has no energy to talk.
Trauma of her parents' divorce and hurtful ex-boyfriends caused her to seek solace in food, which is what caused her to weigh in at almost 700 pounds at the beginning of her episode of My 600 Pound Life. While that is not an atypical story for the people who star on My 600 Pound Life, White's episode left viewers reeling for a variety of reasons. Additionally, White had a combative attitude towards Dr. Now, and at one point, she hid fried chicken to avoid being caught eating it. That, on top of her manipulative ways, earned her recognition as one of the most controversial stars of My 600 Pound Life. But not all was lost at the end of White's episode, as Dr. Now approved her conditionally for weight loss surgery, providing she stood up on her own 2 feet.
Stood up.
That's all for this video, folks.
Okay.
See you another time.
Yep.
Every time I had
it's messed up. I don't like watching this kind of stuff, but yo, sometimes you have to watch it. It's just mind blowing. Even to see more, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, leave the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.